It's the Oath here on 106.3 The Buzz. I'm the Thrash Man. On the line with me tonight is none other than producer extraordinaire and Hate Eternal main man, Erik Rutan. It's an absolute pleasure having you on the show, man.
Johnny, how you doing, man? Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, you bet, you bet. Now, the new album, Phoenix Amongst the Ashes, is in stores and online May 10th, and as is to be expected, it is a lesson in sheer brutality. Best death metal record I've heard in a long time. Congrats, man.
Wow, thank you very much, man. We worked real hard on this record to try to just capture something special and make an album that had tons of dynamics and really expand what we've done in the past, but keep true to the core of the root of what Hate Eternal represents. So I think not only musically, but production-wise, we really captured the best that Hate Eternal has ever had to offer.
I would have to agree with that, man. Now, when you recorded 2008's Fury and Flames, you were going through a lot personally, of course, with the loss of your former bassist and good friend Jared Anderson, amongst other things. That had to be a difficult album to make.
It was the hardest record of my career, for sure. With Jared's loss, I had a loss of my family, and I was working like a maniac. I think I did like 10 or 11 albums in a row, production-wise, around the Hate Eternal record, and it was definitely a period in my life that was challenging, but pretty much my whole life has been a massive challenge. I've always had the odds stacked against me, but really when times in life come to that, that's when you build character and show what you're all about. And I was able to, completing that record was definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but, upon finishing it, it was kind of like the beginning phase of trying to reconcile myself with everything that was going on. And, once getting into Phoenix Amongst the Ashes and writing the new record, I definitely felt like it was a rebirth of sorts for me and the band, and in a much better headspace for this record, for sure.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was about to go next. I noticed that the album opens up with the instrumental track, Rebirth, so Phoenix Amongst the Ashes had to be a catharsis for you.
Yeah, it was certainly it was, and it was also like kind of a continuation from Fury and Flames. Maybe not musically, but certainly theoretically, it was something that I guess when I was done with Fury and Flames, it was such a hard record, and I'm so proud of it as well. But I felt just unsettled for a long time, and personally, and just felt like with Phoenix Amongst the Ashes that this was like just a new start, I guess, for the band and for me personally, and just felt like I had so much to prove on this record. And I guess I always feel like I have tons to prove, man. And people always ask, well, you've done this, you've played with Morbid, you've done this, you've done that, but you can never sit on your laurels. I always look at everything in life as you can always do better. You can always achieve higher goals and higher standards, and nothing has changed for me. It's like if everything I do, I look at that way, that can always be better. So I continue to improve as a musician, a producer, and as a person.
Well, we're going to spin Thorns of Acacia from the new album. What can you tell us about the track?
That song is probably one of my favorite songs on the record because it has some really different type of elements than what we've probably done before in the past, but yet it still has the intensity of what people expect from Hate Eternal. But it's just got some really catchy riffs going on in there. I just think it's one of the catchier songs on the record, but it's still aggressive, and it's got like an old school kind of thrashy vibe to it as well. So I think it's a great pick.